Hello everyone, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I hope you're all doing well. I thought I would come back and show you the finished fabric covered pumpkins and kind of plush pumpkins that I altered and decorated. So I did a video about a week ago, maybe a little longer, where I was crafting along with you, trying to make my faux acorns, and so I finished those. So I thought I'd just do a little recap and show you the finished acorns. I did kind of a quirky one, which is a fabric covered egg with the little plush pom-poms on top. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to get the lighting a little bit better, I hope. Maybe you can see that a little better. But I just put a little twig on the top. I think that could be stuck down a little better, but anyway, it's got this pretty calico fabric, and then the little trim, I just cut all the little pom-poms off and stuck them on that. And then I just have a variety of the pine cone ones where I put the rope and then pine cone little petals. And I've got 3 of this one where I just did the twine and then the upholstery fabric on these. And then I did end up doing one with wooden beads. I like how it turned out. I didn't have enough beads. Well, I have enough. I just don't know what box the rest of my beads are in. I might stain these a little just to cover up the glue, because as I mentioned in my last video, I used some Dollar Tree glue sticks and they didn't end up drying clear, so I don't really like that. But I do like my little collection here of acorns. And then I think I showed you the plush one that I did, and this is just a stem method that I found online, which is just aluminum foil, and then you wrap it in some brown paper bag and glue twine around it, and that worked really well. And then these are just circles of fabric that I stitched and gathered and stuffed with fiberfill, and then put the twine in crisscrosses to make the little ridges on the pumpkin. And, you know, just glue whatever you want on as far as trim and decoration. And then they have a really cute little one, and I'm sorry if I've already showed you these, I can't remember, but this is a small little plush one with some of that leaf dangle trim. And then I just glued a couple little silk leaves on this one. And if you're wanting to see them, I have quite a few, so I just thought you might want to grab a cup of tea or something, and I'll just do my little project share. These are pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And again, I just covered them with fabric, and this was just some of that nice, I think they call it Italian lace, and I had tea dyed a bunch of this a while ago, but I just put a circle of it on here. I think I'm going to put something decorative on the top of this one, and I have a bag of things that I gathered to embellish these just a little bit more. So maybe we can do this together. These were some Prima, these were in a pack of Prima flowers. These leaves and little burlap and fabric flowers, and I'm thinking of maybe using one of those, but I want one more leaf. It's not exactly the shape of a pumpkin leaf, but that's okay because we have the creative freedom to make whatever style leaf you want. And I think this like burlap leaf was in the same package. Oh, I've got this too. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. I wasn't really sure what, but I think this one kind of lends itself to a little bit of dangle, because you always have to have a little bit of dangle. So let's put this on. Felt like it needed just a little bit more of something, and I didn't want to pull out my hot glue gun, so I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac. But you can see where I just glued straight lines of twine on my faux stem, and now I'm just going to add some Fabri-Tac and put my dangles on. And I'll hold it up and show you here in a minute. Let's see. Do this. And which flower? Which flower? I think I like this one. I'm going to bend it a little bit to get it in the crux there. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. And maybe I might not use the leaves. Let's see. We'll play with it a minute. Yeah, they both have like a little bit of glitter on the tip there. I'm just trying to decide what side I like it on best, or if I like them at all. Let's see. Yeah, I do like them there. So we'll just get a little more glue. I like that Fabri-Tac really does tack it down quickly, but I don't have to burn my fingers. Anyway, I think we'll stick with that for this one and keep it with just a few extra embellishments. So there's that one. Now this is one of my favorites. No, I'm going to take that back. This is my favorite one. And I found this amazing fabric at the Dollar Tree. I'm thinking it's probably more than a granny square, but can you see the little polka dot mushrooms and leaves? And I just think that's so fairy-ish. And I do love fairies and woodland themes, so I made a plush pumpkin with it, and it is just my favorite because it's got the eyelash trim in the harvest colors, and then I made my faux stem. I had a little polymer clay, let's see if I can get the right angle for you to see it, mushroom that I attached there, so it looks like it's kind of growing up in the crux of the stem, and then a mini little sunflower, and I tied on a couple of the faux acorns there. I think I have two, maybe not. Oh, and then I haven't glued this on yet, but this is just some heavy wired twine, and I thought that would be a cute little addition right here in the corner, so I'm going to add that. Right there. And then, like I said, I just think this one is so whimsical and fun. So there's my woodland forest fairy pumpkin. That's what I'll call it. And then this one I made with two little I'm going to call them candy baskets. They were, if you can imagine, they were just a little basket, but I glued them together to make an oval shaped pumpkin. And this was just me playing around with ideas, but I just tied a raffia bow and added a couple of the acorns and then a couple leaves, and they're not pumpkin leaves, but again, I just thought I could be creative with whatever style leaf I wanted. And this one would need to lean up against another one because it doesn't have a flat bottom, but I guess I could have cut it so that it would stand. Anyway, there's one that I kind of dreamed up using Dollar Tree baskets. And then I've got a topiary here, and I'll have to tip this one just to show you the whole thing. But again, it's just those styrofoam pumpkins. And this one just looks like a sophisticated school teacher look, or maybe not necessarily sophisticated, but a classic dressed, traditional looking older era school teacher with the lace collar or crocheted lace collar, or maybe like the judges who wear the lace collars. The name of the lady, the wonderful judge that just passed, I forgot her name. Anyway, you get it, right? Anyway, it doesn't have to be that. It was just a fun kind of take on decorating the tops. I thought I would use the lace doilies, and I still think it needs a little something around here. Oh, you know what I think would be cute is when you wear a lace collar, there's often pearls. Did I bring any? Yeah, I've got a little strip right here. There's often pearls around your neck. So let me see what that might look like. I don't know. I don't think so. I think maybe just a cute little flower of some sort. I'll have to fish around in here and see what I have. Well, that's pretty because that has a pearl on it. I might do that. The other good thing though about Fabri-Tac is you can always pull it off. I'm just looking to see if I have more than one of these. I know I do, I just don't know if I brought it down with me. Let's see. I just want one more. That one's nice and neutral. Look in here. I didn't really know what I was going to do with finishing these off, or if I was even going to add anything more. But I only seem to see one with the pearl in the middle. I guess that's okay. Because I also have this neutral button, and I do like that. Do I have any twine? Sometimes I like to just thread the button, even though I'm just gonna glue it on. I don't think I brought any thread over either. We can sometimes fudge by, I'll put this through even though it's not really thread, it'll look like thread, because it just reminds me so much of the fall and back to school. And I don't know why my mom always thought plaid was what you wore for back to school season. So that's not going to give me a lot of a thread look, but a little. Let's see if I can find one more. So I'm just really excited that the fall season is finally here, and we were able to spend some time at a camp where we used to go when we were kids, and the weather was perfect and the colors were just starting to change, and it was just a sparkly, beautiful weekend, which got me very excited for the warm, cozy things that you enjoy in the winter, in the fall. And it's not quite cool during the day here yet, but it is cool in the mornings and when the sun goes down. And that is my kind of weather. So, okay, I just threaded this with the stem of these stamen, and now I can just glue this on. And I don't even know exactly where I want it, but I do know I want a button. And I wish I had just a little more height, in this view so that you could see it better. I'm going to stick this one on right there, and I'll stick the one with the pearl right there, and this neutral one with the burlap can go right there. Can't really see the button from the camera view, but I like that. Just a few little extra embellishments for the fun of it on this wonderful doily. It's one of my favorite little vintage doilies. And I think we'll just keep that one nice and simple. Now here's a couple that I struggled with because they're pink and they're sort of the shabby chic theme, and I don't think I'm very good at glamming these out. I did see some that were wonderful. Sophia, I think her name is. Anyway, she doesn't do videos right now, but a couple years ago maybe, she did these gorgeous shabby chic glammed out pumpkins. And so what I thought would kind of help me not to have to work too hard was I just used a really beautiful pink velvet fabric, and as you know, I like to mix the rustic with the pretty. So I've got the really pretty pink velvet, but then I've stuck with the same kind of natural look stem, and then I've seen some that are so cute with like silver spoons as the stem, bling as the stem, but this one I tucked in some vintage chiffon lace and then just draped a doily over the top, and that's it for that one. But I thought maybe I could just add again a couple little flower embellishments, and it would kind of help bring out the little doily or chiffon scalloped lace right there. I have all kinds of stuff in here as options. I just don't want it to be too blingy. Some people may say that's not possible. Let's see. I do have these pretty pink flowers with the pearl in the middle, but it's not the right pink. I really like this muted pink right here, if you can see that. But then I also have this bracelet that I thought would be pretty just to kind of loosely add, and then I could take that off whenever I want. So I might do that. But for now, I'll glue these on. And I'm really happy to be using these flowers because I've been collecting these flowers forever. Maybe about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, Little Birdie, which I'm not sure they even make these anymore, had a big sale, and I got all these beautiful paper flowers and fabric flowers, and I knew I'd use them, but it's been very gradual. Anyway, I like those too. And then let's see if I can find a dangle other than that one. Oh, there's this pretty dangle. I love this dangle trim. I don't know if you can see, but it's got leaves and all kinds of really intricate, delicate design on them. I think that would be pretty to put a little bit of that on there. So let's do that. I'm just going to add a little bit of my glue, and then I'm going to fold it over so it's a little more full. There we go. And then where shall I tuck this? Yeah, I'll tuck this right here. This video is getting a little long. I guess at the last minute I decided to add a few more embellishments with the camera rolling. But if you want to, just wait and see all of them at the end, I'll try to do some still shots and tuck those in. So I'll go around. There's the two little blossoms there and the lace there that I really don't want to cover up. And then there's a few of the dangles here. And then I've got a spot here that could stay empty, but I think I want to put something there, and I want it to be a little glint of bling. So I have these beads, and I'm going to add this. Just one little piece, maybe. All the colors are kind of neutral, so you may not see it very well. But I'm going to try. Stick that right there. I kind of like the contrast of shape and the fact that it's still dangle, but I think it still needs a little something hiding down in there. So I'm going to add, I was thinking of a pearl. Let's see if I have one. Oh, I know. I'm just going to put a little organza bow there, and that way it won't be too loud of a decoration. Just a little subtle, small piece of pretty right there. Let me tie this if I can. Oops, start over. 2 loops, and then tuck. There we go. Oh, I said there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So just a sweet little bow to tuck right there. And being that it's organza, it's kind of translucent, so it won't cover up too much of the decoration. Here we go. And I'm going to stick it right here next to this iridescent bead. I really love fall, and I want the season to linger, so a lot of people have already moved on to possible Christmas ideas, but I'm not. I'm going to keep doing fall, even though I think after today I'm not going to create any more fall decorations, but I'm definitely going to enjoy them for a lot longer. Because it's only the first week in October. Well, it's the 9th, so that's finished. I love it. I love that. Okay, so then I'm not going to bother this one anymore. I'm going to leave him So if you can see, I've got that one and that one, and then I think I even have one more tiny pink one somewhere. I thought I had a third one because I love threes, but I don't see it over here. It probably rolled away somewhere, but we'll leave it with just those two for now. And then I'll show you this one. This is an orange gingham one. And I didn't really get the knack of folding these up. So this one has some odd creases, but it still translates pumpkin to me. And then again, it's just got the doily and then another piece of lace doily on top. And then I put this little piece of applique here, and I'm just going to simply put one little daisy flower right in the middle, because I don't want to over embellish them, but sometimes you just can't help yourself. It's so much fun. You get carried away. So there's that one, and that's all I'm going to do to that one. I say that, and then I think maybe it would be cute with a twine bow around it, but let's just leave that guy for now, just like that. And this is the one that's kind of glam too, but it was kind of sophisticated, Victorian almost. Do you see that lace? I love that. And this was just a little doily, and I again cut a hole so that it would fit over the stem. And then I disassembled a few of these silk flowers, and they already had some glitter on them. And this to me is a really fairy-like flower. I love it. And then this is just one where I cut it down so you could see more of the center. And I honestly don't think I want to do anything else to this one. It's got a little bit of a lace collar right there. And I used this really loose woven fabric, and it didn't wrap on here very neatly, but then I kind of liked the shabbiness. So I decided I like to just leave this one as is. It feels like it should smell good because of the flower on there. And then I just have two more, or three, but this guy's just real tiny, and I'm not sure I'll do anything else. I'll just use this one as more of a filler, but I just put some of that harvest colored eyelash trim on it. And then I've got this one, and I do think this one needs a bit of a bow or a stem or something extra. But can you see it? I used the striped ticking fabric, and I glued it on. This was a mess. I might have shown you this in the last video. I was trying to decoupage it, and it just wouldn't decoupage. The fabric kept soaking up the glue, so I ended up hot gluing it on and then putting a doily on the base. And then I liked it much better. So it does have a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, eyelash trim around the base of the stem, and then another doily. And then I just love this applique of the dangly leaves. And then I think this is another one where, oh, there's my other pink cutesy one. Do you see this one? It's got the pearl trim showing the veins. So there's that other pink one. And then this, back to the ticking one. Let's finish it off. I don't know, I just love the idea of this daisy, but it makes it a little too springy, and I want it to look more fall-like. So maybe I'll go back to, I don't think it needs this because it's got the dangle leaves. I might get away with just a piece of twine. I found this really cool key in my bling box. I don't know why I would need to put, some people have such creative design ideas. I see that working, but I can't make it work. Somebody else would probably do much better making that work. Then I've got, these are kind of like a amber color. I don't know why this one just seems to need some bling of some sort. Well, I do like that one though. That's nice and neutral, but pretty. And I've got these burlap roses. No, don't like that one. I had some seam binding already tied into the bow. Let's see if I tucked it in here. I think that one would work. I don't know where I put that one. Let's see if it's over here. Oh, no, I don't have it over here. So we may not finish this guy off right now. I like it, but I really think the seam binding bow would be nice. I do have a bunch of organza left, so we could temporarily make a bow. If I don't like it, I can switch it back to the seam binding one, but we'll try it with the organza bow. Let's see. Okay, a little shorter. Okay, there's that. And we'll snip it off. My poor scissors have seen better days. Let's get this one to cut. Right, and then this one. Okay, all right. Well, that'll be pretty. We'll just do that for now. I also have this one that's, I've had some of these flowers for so long. This one has a pretty pearl in the middle. But I'm just going to use the bow on this one. Like so. Stick it down. And I do think it needs something right in the middle. So I'm going to see what we can use. I might have one. Oh, this is pretty. I don't think it's the right color. But look at how green that is. That's crazy. What do you think? No, it's a little too loud, but it is pretty. I don't know. Like I said, someone else might make that work really, really well. I'm just not sure I trust my eye enough for that. Let's see, let's put, I'm just gonna put my neutral canvas flower right there in the middle of my bow, like that. I'm gonna need it to stick down a little better, and it will when it starts to dry. I think that's pretty. There we have the nice rustic with the neutral, and we'll put another one, the burlap one, on this side. Okay, I will call that fairy-esque. I love it. So there's this one. And this one. There's our pink ones, my gingham one. I have another one of my anemia mushrooms that I made out of clay. Oh, I have one last one to show you. Here's this one, fell on the floor. That's a really pretty chiffon one. So there's this one, and I used that same floral fabric, and on this one I used that rosebud trim for the separating of the little ribs there, and some eyelash trim, and then some pretty doily trim. and another really rustic stem with a flower in the middle. So there's that one. So I have my fabric pumpkin patch here to show you, and maybe I can do some still photos and tag them on at the end. And there's my favorite one, my topiary. And I don't think I can get any of the other ones in frame. So we'll leave it at that. And I guess that makes for a long enough video anyway. But it sure was fun creating them, and so I thought you might like to see the end results, and maybe you'll give it a try and have some fun. It's not too late. Don't let anyone rush your season away, especially if it's your favorite season. You can go ahead and still enjoy creating and making and decorating for the season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.